Anthony, lost the first leg 2-0 last week away in Reykjavík. Obviously, Crystal Ingerson dominated the show. Obviously scored the 2 penalties as well. Really good in midfield. What will you do to stop him this week?
Yeah, I think first of all he's a top player, isn't he? I think he's going to Rosenborg on the 1st of August. So hopefully he might be not as at it for his last game here. But no, there's no doubt he was a good player. He played sort of that number 10 role or a shadow striker off the front and caused us a lot of problems. We're putting a plan together at the moment to try and stop him. But I think it's not just him. They've got some good players throughout their team. I thought the front four who played, the 2 wide players, the other lad up front with him as well, the numbers 7, 17 and 18 were very good players also as well. So there's other threats in there that allow him to get on the ball, and the way they move the ball really quickly was a problem for us there, of course. But look, we've got a game plan at home. We want to be on the front foot. We want to be aggressive and attacking, and hopefully take the game to them, which will allow him to have less of the ball. So that's the plan.
And how you just mentioned quite a lot there. What will you do to get more into the tie in that midfield, especially because it seemed like your side was struggling to really win those second balls and have those shots that perhaps previously in Europe last season you were managing to do a lot.
Yeah, what I'd say is I think that, like I said before, they're a very good side. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes when you're away from home, you've got to accept that you're not going to have a lot of the ball. We had that last year in Europe as well. We did defend quite deep in a lot of the games, even the games that we won as well. But at home, we want to be more positive. We want to be more on the front foot. And I think not just in the midfield area, but keeping a high line, dominating the ball and playing a lot more, I think will really help us at home, where we've got an excellent home record here. We win games here in Europe. So I think if we get the first goal, then it makes it a proper game, and we'll look to do that and get back in the tie that way.
And that follows on nicely. The home record is quite incredible. Only 2 losses in the past 2 seasons. Last season in Europe, of course, you got past then Torun here in the second leg and Zalgiris, so you never actually gone out in the European tie from having the second leg at home. How important is that to you?
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean we learnt lessons obviously with Linfield in the last round of that Champions League game, that it is an advantage, there's no doubt, being at home second, and we'll look to play on that as well. Like I said, 1 goal, we're back in the tie. And I think on our pitch, the way we play is very different to their pitch, and how they were able to play and move the ball quickly there. So I think there's definitely advantages here for being at home second, and we'll look to take advantage of that.
And finally from me, what is the player availability for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, sure. Mostly players fit. Blaine Hudson's back in, so he's available again, having come back from concussion. We've got a couple of knocks and bruises, but nothing major, so all players fit and available that we know of. Obviously, we've still got Ash Baker out and Louis Bradford out, who are longer term injuries. But apart from them, everyone back in contention. So it's good to have almost a fully fit squad.
So we'll just look back at last week, the frustrating game in some ways. What have you learned from that game that you can take into this week?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I thought it was, in some ways frustrating, but then also some ways a positive as well. I mean, to keep a high quality team like that to 2 goals, which were 2 penalties, I think was a good achievement from us. The second one wasn't a penalty, we'd mentioned that before, but the first one I think was, and I think that showed the desire and the character of the players to defend properly and defend well away from home. Sometimes in Europe, we had to do it last year, you've got to dig in, you've got to defend. So I think learning those lessons is good, and keeping us still in the tie coming into this game, which I well and truly feel we are, I think is a real positive. So yeah, we want to get that first goal, get back in the game and go from there.
But as a way to concede goals, is to have 2 penalties, it's got to be one of the worst ways to. If you conceded a stunner, then it's one thing, but 2 penalties has got to hit. Yeah, well, we conceded a stunner the other week against Limfield, so we know how both feel. But yeah, it was. I mean, especially the second one, that was. I mean, everybody saw it back, and even at the time, we knew that it wasn't a penalty. You could tell it wasn't a penalty because their players turned around and ran back to the halfway line expecting a goal kick. So yeah, it was disappointing, but we can't look at that anymore. We've put that behind us now, and we need to move forward and be really positive and be on the front foot and really take the game to them at home here and tomorrow night, and we'll look to do that. And what positives can you take away from that game? I know Josh Daniels made his full European debut, stuff like that to take away. Yeah, no, definitely. I think Josh Daniels and Josh Pask making their first starts for players who aren't 100% ready, unfortunately, to go. I feel harsh for them because they've come in late. They've only had 2 or 3 weeks training. They've had to come in. The other players we've had have had 6 to 7 weeks as well as
sort of 4 or 5 pre-season games, so that does make it difficult for them. But I thought both performed well on the day, and that was good news for them. I think the emergence of a couple of young players, Ben Clark playing in Europe and doing quite well, also Jake Canavan coming off the bench for his debut really in Europe, I think shows that the future's bright with the younger players that are coming through the club. So the more that they get to play against these top sides, which this side, Víkingur, is a top side with very good players, that's good for them to learn and get their European experience up, ready for hopefully in the future for them.
And how are the team feeling, you know, frustrated from last week and then bouncing back tomorrow? Are they still really up for it? Yeah,
do you know what? It's the players have never been an issue here. I think they're fantastic. They gave everything in both those away legs, the Champions League game and then this one as well. They knew it was a tough game, but they feel like we can get back on the front foot at home. Like we said before, our home record's very good, and they understand that, and they've won a lot of games at home. There's a lot of winners in that changing room, and they know how to win and they want to win. And yeah, they've been excellent all week in training, and it was quickly moved on from that result, and looking forward to tomorrow night.
And then just looking at the fitness of players, is everyone that is available ready?
Yeah, we've got virtually everyone available now. We had Blaine Hudson come back from a concussion in the week, which was good, so he's back available. 1 or 2 little knocks and niggles from the game, but apart from that, with a quick turnaround from Thursday to Tuesday, we've done quite well. So credit to the medical team to be able to turn everyone around.
Yeah, it is a quick turnaround, isn't it? And do you think that benefits you being able to get straight back at it?
Yeah, I think it does, because we're at home second. I think if you were away second, then the turnaround wouldn't be in your favour, but the fact it is quickly, obviously you'd normally play Thursday to Thursday or Tuesday to Tuesday, but this time we're Thursday to Tuesday. I think for us, getting back quickly, the travel that we've had, the preparation that we've had, I think puts it in good stead, us being at home second. And I do think that's an advantage. It's a big advantage playing second in these ties at home, or playing at home second in these ties. So yeah, I think it'll be a positive for us, and there'll be no excuses come the end of the match.
Yeah, you just mentioned being at home. Do you think that'll help? Obviously home form's really good in Europe, good in the league. So do you think that'll help? Just even that extra confidence of kind of like a placebo effect of even being at home? Yeah,
100%. I think you're spot on there, because we do win games at home. We know how to win in Europe at home. We've got a great record here in the league. And that gives the players confidence as well. We love playing at home. We know we can beat anyone at home. So we can definitely beat this side at home. There's no doubt about that, but we'll have to perform well, both in possession and out of possession. And I think get the first goal, and then it's game on, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I think it definitely does help that we've got such a good home record.
And hoping for a good crowd as well to bore you on.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a really good crowd in the European games I've had here so far. It's been a good experience, and great to see Park all full, and as many fans we can get in, the better. So yeah, we hope as many turn up as we can.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.